Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome to my channel. I'm Real King. If this is you guys' first time, if you guys are my returning subscribers, welcome back. And I'm very excited for this video today, guys. I've had a really good week and I want to share with y'all what I've been doing in this week. Things have been changing. Things are getting a lot more intense. I don't know if that's the right word, but things are just progressing well in my life, especially with my employment. So I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that a little bit and then kind of go into some other things. So I got some topics that I wrote down that I wanted to kind of just, share with y'all. Basically, I had a great week. This is my first day of my days off. And so this week, I knew going into this week I was going to be doing some more training on the stand-up forklift. And I'm going to tell y'all out there who might have the same type of what would you call it? I don't know, thoughts or something like that. I will be drinking some good drink. Actually, for beer, it's not bad. Apple, pretty good. If you're timid or have any doubts about overcoming anything in your life, y'all, you put more weight and pressure and time into thinking about it, what it is that you might be afraid of. And then when you finally do it, it's like, what? That's not bad at all. So be fearless. Okay, don't be fearful, but be fearless, because you might be not giving yourself enough credit than what you deserve. So like, even though this is been my third week training on the stand-up forklift, I had some issues that I overcame, and it all came to a screeching halt this week as of yesterday. So the hurdle that I had to overcome with the stand-up forklift was just really coordination. It's a little different as far as, in my opinion, than a regular sit-down one. So I paid attention and I just, I believed in myself. And so believing in yourself goes a long ways. It really does. And it helped me overcome the hurdles that I had originally with, doing the forklift. And I kind of was hesitant. I really didn't want to do it. But then what happened this week is, being that I'm already cleared to operate the electrical pallet jack, I'm doing a bunch of walking. And originally that was okay. But then my knee started hurting a lot. And then my other leg started hurting a lot because I was stressing that one out. So I'm just like, oh shoot, this is not good. The way that I do not put all that pressure on my knees and my legs is doing and operating the stand-up forklift. Then that'll really help my job out. So I had 3 days of training, with yesterday being the last day. Now, yesterday I had to be tested by the main person that really certifies you. So basically it was either, if I did not pass the test, then I would have to keep training. And that is not something I really wanted to do. So every day I was training, I was able to show that, I learned basically that, I can do it. I believed in myself. I had confidence. Now, my instructor was sweating bullets for whatever reason. I had a very simple task. I had to get this pallet worth of pallet that had, stock on it off of this, I think, third shelf, and bring it down. That's it. So I remembered exactly what I was supposed to do. Didn't do any hiccups. I mean, I went straight to it and got it like I was, like I've been doing this. So with that being said, I passed, I'm certified, and that's a big thing for me. So I can operate sit down and stand up forklifts now, which is awesome, as well as electrical pallet jacks. With my job, we mainly We do both. Just depends on where we're at. But just to help out the other forklift operator, which we only have one at this time, that's going to be a big deal. And so, like I'm confident in, I can actually operate them with no problems. And so really big accomplishment that I was able to do, overcame that little hurdle and, putting my mind to it. I know I can accomplish anything. Now I already knew and believed and trusted in myself. But I also used the motivation of, me getting over this hurdle is going to help me out in the long run because I'm going to be more useful. The job is already easy enough. I'm making this easier because I don't have to walk as much and I get to kind of be doing other things. I'm not just in one area all the time, which I prefer, which will help my time go by fast. Now, here's the other cool thing. So even though my supervisor thought maybe, it was going to take us a long time based off of older or other workers or whatever like that, we didn't. So I actually start my day off very early, y'all. I get up at like 3:30 in the morning, which before I was getting up at like 5. So I get up at 3:30 in the morning and I have to take a lift to get to a certain bus point because the buses don't run early enough to get me at my job on time. So I am taking a lift, but it's not that much. It's not a major expense. So 3:30 in the morning is when I get up. I don't get home until like around 7. It's crazy because of traffic and stuff like that. So my days are very long, very tiring, and they do not allow me to have much time once I get home to do much of anything except for pretty much just take a shower and eat. But it's okay because I get a break or a vacation. It's basically a break in 2 weeks. So we work 2 more weeks and then there's a break for about a week and a half or something like that we get, which would be awesome. So, like I said, my days are longer, but, because we're getting done so early, I don't have to stay till 4:30. Now, 4:30 is the max, but I've been getting off around like 3:30, close to 4. So I've definitely been getting more of my hours now that I'm not in training. But the thing is, we're getting done with our stuff so early because, we don't have much. And then next week is going to be even, slower, less amount of schools to do. So it's just like, we get stuff done quickly. We use those last couple of hours or whatever, after lunch to kind of just like slowly do stuff and everything like that. But really, there's really nothing more for us to do after like 2, So I'm trying to get as much money as I can though. So I stretch that out to about 4, 3:30 or 4 o'clock and stuff like that. So that's helping me out. And I'm wanting to do that because I'm thinking of what I'm ultimately trying to do. The more money I can make, the more I can save up, the less time I have to be here, that. So it's all good and everything like that. I don't want to really be getting off too early. I want to, get to a point where I can have a nice amount of money saved up and then stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really trying to give up money that's, leave too much money on the table. So that has been going on very good with my job. I'm very excited about that. And, I only have 2 more weeks worth of work, so, and we only work 3 days a week anyway. So it's all gravy. And then we got a lot of free time coming up. I think in the month of August, we got a lot of downtime. And so, it's not a big deal. It's a really, really easy job. There's a lot of fun going on in this job. So I have been enjoying it. Not only that, but I have figured out another way for me to get more money. My other side hustle, if you want to call it that, donating plasma. So at first I thought maybe, okay, well, once I start working full-time hours, then I'm not going to be able to donate on Wednesday, which is my first day of donation, which is my last day of work. So yesterday, first of all, this week I figured out, well, as long as I get off at 4, I can make it to the plasma place in time to still donate. So I did it yesterday. Got there at around like 5:20. It was a little bit of a wait because there was, for some reason, there was a line up in there. So it took me longer than I expected. But nevertheless, I donated. So I could still donate twice a week. And that's giving me an extra $90? 47? No, that's giving me an extra like 100 some odd dollars extra every week by donating. So I'm like, again, I don't want to leave money on the table if I don't have to. Plus, I kind of figured out, you know what? I can use that money for like small purchases. Maybe my phone bill, $25. Groceries. That way I keep all the money that I'm working hard to earn to save up and just for my rent. That's perfect for me. So I'm figuring out ways to, you know, to get that extra income, being that I don't work 5 days a week. I can still, by making an extra $100, that's almost like me working one extra day, because I'm making $100, and so in a week. So I mean, it kind of evens out as long as I'm doing it that way. You know what I mean? But even with me, yeah, I mean, it kind of works out. So I'm like, I'm really just focused, on doing everything I can to get that money saved up and stuff like that. And plus, donating plasma is for a good cause, so everybody wins. So, that's basically what I did. So I was able to, like I said, be very productive at my job, learn a lot of different things. So come Monday, I will be able to get on the forklift, and it is going to be a much better. Like, I mean, these little small accomplishments are really big for me. You know what I mean? And so I'm really glad that I was able to get trained properly and well. I understood things, and I overcame my small fear or being uncomfortable and stuff. Because there's a lot of people in this warehouse, y'all. A lot of different forklifts and electrical power jacks and other kind of pallet jacks that are going around. There's people, volunteers, young kids, college students, people walking around different areas. So there's a lot going on, and it can get you a little distracted and uncomfortable if you're new and used to very little traffic and stuff like that in a warehouse. So, but yeah, so it was good. And so a couple other things. So I kind of come to the conclusion that and it kind of, was reconfirming to me from something that happened a couple of days ago that basically let me know, you know what, I'm making the right decision. And people have changed just as much as situations have changed in life. And with that, anyone who knows me knows that I use bad situations as motivation. And so instead of reacting negatively to bad situations, bad words, whatever it may be that is not good, you use that as your motivation. So that's taking bad and changing it into something good. Okay, like recycling. And so I'm recycling negativity into motivation, which is positive. And so what I mean by that is, when I get kind of bad information, or something bad happens to me, I used to kind of react to it in any kind of way, like disappointed or pissed off or whatever. Nowadays, because I'm so used to that kind of stuff, it's just like, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to do me. And I'm not going to worry about nothing else. I'm not going to worry about no one else. I'm just going to do what I want to do. This is my life. Like, why let anything else bother me? Instead, go be excited to be going to a place where you can pick and choose. And so that's what happened. I figured, I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. And with that, that also means not investing in the place where I'm at right now. It's easy for me to want to buy stuff, but that translates or transfers into more items that I have to pack. You don't want to be taking so much with you when you're leaving the country. So something as small as shoes or clothes and things like that, a hat, those are things that you don't really think about until you have to move. It's like, dang, I have a lot of stuff. One too many hats, too many shoes. I don't have enough where to pack all this stuff. That's what I call investing. Don't be worried about that kind of stuff. If you know that you have a limit, your time frame, and when you're trying to go somewhere, you want to be downsizing. You want to be minimizing and subtracting from the things that you're going to be taking. So therefore, you don't have to wait till the last minute and be like, oh man, I don't want to get rid of this. Don't buy more. If you don't need it, don't get it. And that is going to also save money, and it's going to just continue to help you out. So there have been times where I've just been really thinking about something, about buying stuff. So a good thing that I realized is my paycheck last Friday was about $340 because I hadn't worked that many hours. So I didn't make that much. And that was fine for that week because I didn't have no big bills. So I did do a bunch of spending, actually. Groceries. I bought groceries, and I did buy me some cigars. I spent what I figured it was a good amount of money. Here's what I did, though. So I referred a buddy of mine to the plasma place, and they're doing a bonus to where if you do a referral and they complete 2 donations within 7 days, then you get $100 for every referral. So I was able to get and cash in on $147 yesterday for referring a buddy of mine, and I also donated. Not only that, I will get $55 tomorrow when I go donate and everything like that. So what that means is a week from the day I got paid, or the payday schedule, I am only minus like 20 something dollars, because by tomorrow I'll have like 320 something bucks. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And I wanted to make sure that I had a good amount of money going into my next paycheck, because that paycheck for next week, I got to pay rent. So a big bulk of that is going to go towards rent, and I have a little bit left over. So it's overlapping, and I'm still donate. You know what I mean? And so I don't mind doing this right now, because eventually I'm going to have that money for donating. I'm going to probably put that in a separate bank account, and I'll use that for like small bills, or maybe, because that's like extra stuff. That will be extra money. So I can add that and keep that in another bank account, and I could possibly just use that for, like small things or whatever like that. If I want to get something to eat, or, for my cigars or something like that, I can do that. That's not a big deal. That'd be actually kind of fine. So I have a plan, and as long as I stick with my plan, I will be successful. So basically, I'm right on time, right on schedule. I wanted to start saving up on the 6th month, and this is the 6th month. I started my job in May, so I needed this month to start saving up. So I'm on track, and I'm doing good, and that's good. So the only thing is, I might not have the amount that I wanted to save up for this month, but that's not a big, and the only reason that is because my first check wasn't that much because of training. Not a major thing. I can always make up that, going into next month and stuff like that. So not a big deal. As long as I'm getting something substantially saved up, that's the biggest thing for me and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, so I mean, that's basically what I'm doing. Now, I did want to talk about real quick limiting and having no distractions, because there's a lot of information going on right now on YouTube about Thailand and about the restrictions that are happening in Thailand with, cracking down and stuff like that. And then there was a YouTuber that I was kind of following who seemed like to be real knowledgeable about information on Thailand and moving there and stuff like that, So he was offering a consultation visit, but it seems he has a weird consultation package, and it's like extremely expensive. It doesn't make any sense, and I don't understand how anybody would be doing this, to be honest. So I was about to book a consultation visit, but and I saw how much it was. I was like, man, come on, really? This don't make sense. So then I went back to his YouTube channel, and I'm checking out some reviews and comments, and a lot of people, a lot of people were really pushing back on homie. And like, a lot of people are calling this bluff. And I'm talking about a lot of people from, America, people from outside of America, people who live in Thailand, and they're really kind of just like, look, don't believe this cat. You know what I'm saying? He's over exaggerating. He's making stuff up. And so after seeing so many comments like this, you start to wonder. Now, there were a few people that were on board with him and this and that and agreed with some of the stuff that he was saying, but there was actually more percentage of people that were not buying what he was trying to sell. So that made me think, I'm like, okay, there's a lot going on, and so you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You don't want to just only check, be following one person. Look at a lot of videos of whatever it is that you are interested in, but check multiple sources, because you might find out something different by doing that. And so it kind of gave me an idea. And at first I was like kind of discouraged. I was like, man, this is too much. Because apparently the checklist, what you need just to move to Thailand, there's a lot of stuff. Like, it seems kind of overwhelming. And when and I know with me, when something seems overwhelming, I lose interest. I really do. And because it's like, man, this seems like it's like too much of a hassle, like way too much of a hassle. And and I'm just like, then I started thinking, I'm like, well, people are doing this. People are vacationing. They're traveling. They're moving here, and it can't be too hard for them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, I'm going to figure out who to contact to find out this information that I need about, the documents, the visa, whatever it is I need, certain jobs and stuff like that, and everything. And so I have plenty of time to get this stuff all done, but I'm not going to allow, things that seem overwhelming to me to discourage me from, completing my goal, because I'm going. There's nothing to that. It's just figuring out what I need to do before I go there and stuff, because I was watching a YouTuber, I think he was from Australia, but he was rambling off all this stuff that you need, and like, it just seemed very specific and precise and time sensitive. I'm just like, what? You need to have all of this, like the flight information. And I was like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, this just seems crazy. Like, it ain't that serious. You don't really need all of this and that. Like, for real? Like, my gosh. It seemed wild. So I got these days off, and I'm going to be using those to educate myself, to figure these things out, to make calls if I need to check out websites, so on and so forth. I currently have my laptop in the pawn shop. It's been in there for a little while. I got to get it out because that is going to be key for me to do a lot of searching, researching, and things of that nature that I'm going to need. I mean, I can do it all on my phone, but I may need to make calls on my phone. I may need to have my phone available. Plus, for videos, I might want to show what I'm doing on the website and things like that. Which brings me to another thing. So, I had to eliminate drama from my life. Stress. A major thing of stress, or source of stress, as silly as this may sound to y'all, is Amazon. Yes, I did say Amazon. Amazon irks me like nobody's business. Their customer service is awful. I absolutely do not like it. And I have a lot of I have history in customer service, and so this is coming from somebody who has excellent customer service skills and all that. And so when you're dealing with these people and they're just completely rude to you, they're non-productive, they just don't help you at all, and they're very limited. Their services are very sloppy and unreliable. My account has been hacked twice, which is very bizarre, but it has been. So I've been dealing with these guys, incorrect charges coming from Amazon Prime all the time. And I just decided, you know what, enough is enough. I'm tired of it. Like, look, you guys aren't the only ones that has these services. I'm just going to use something else. And I went ahead and I called and deactivated my account with Amazon because I just got tired of it. And I'm glad, because a lot of the stuff that I was getting off of Amazon, I have these features set up to where I forgot what it's called, but it's this thing that is on my computer where it basically finds deals for me. And so a lot of the things that I pick on Amazon, I will automatically get rerouted, and it gives me a window of these other sites or other areas where the same item is cheaper elsewhere. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be on eBay. So I'm just like, well, dang, you already send me to eBay anyways. That's actually how I got my knee brace. Was I originally had seen it on Amazon, but they referred me to eBay because it was cheaper. So I was like, bet. So I just decided to not deal with Amazon anymore. I'm just tired of them. There's a few different other sites. There's Temu, there's AliExpress, there's another one called Wish. There's a lot of places that you can get stuff from, and very cheap. And so I just decided to do it that way. So, and I'm glad, because in doing that, I found a gimbal, DJI Osmos. I forgot the other name of it, but it's a little gimbal. I did some research on it, and it's very inexpensive. And I seen it on eBay, so I will be getting that. Ultimately, I also saw the 360. I forgot what the full name of it is, but it's a camera. I did research on that one on YouTube, and that one's very affordable, and I will be getting that ultimately. So I'm going to have a couple of different cameras, but one's going to be for my phone, and the other one's going to be more standalone. So those are coming, and they're very inexpensive. So I'm very excited that I was able to see those two things, because those are going to be something that's going to be with me in the long run. Like I said, shooting content where when I leave the country, my traveling and stuff like that, I'm going to want to have that, because I'm not going to be in my place. I'm going to be around doing stuff, checking things out, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely excited about that. And with all of that I'm doing, I'm staying focused. And see, if you guys are trying to accomplish anything, staying focused is so key. Eliminating yourself from distractions, from things and situations and people that are not contributing to your meeting of your goals. Okay. And when I say people, if they're not for you, they're against you. Just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Some people are okay with what they're going through and what is around them, and that's fine. To each his own. We have our own lanes to be in this world, and so we're all individuals. We have the right to make our own decisions. And so if you have those rights, just like when people have rights to bear arms and this and that, when they say the same thing, we have rights to do whatever we want. You know, if there are advantages that are in our best, then take advantage of those. You know, use them. That's what they're for. So that is what I have been really wanting to do and kind of focusing on. And it's really a good thing. And so I really keep my mind kind of on other things, you know, like I'm focusing on, you know, videos on YouTube about cameras and understand how to use that, you know, because I will eventually be doing more editing. I will actually be editing my videos and doing more with them. And so that's something that in the meantime, I can be doing that, getting educated on how to edit my videos the right way, what software to use, which is the better way to do it, because I'm gonna have my computer, so I won't necessarily have to do it on my phone, get my thumbnails, you know, B-roll footage, you know, music, all of that kind of stuff. Like all that is very helpful. And it's necessary, you know, for, you know, my YouTube channel ongoing and stuff like that. And so I'm really excited about that. You know, I definitely want to show people that if I can do it, you can do it. And these are some of the ways. There's a lot of ways you can get stuff done. There's not just one way or one format, y'all. There's plenty of ways. Do what works for you. Be unique. You know, it's always good to take advice and stuff like that and use templates. But, you know, we all have creativity within ourselves in our own way. And if we feel that our creativity is useful, then someone else could also. You never know unless you apply yourself, you know what I'm saying? And basically what keeps me motivated and striving and minding over matter, all this stuff, is just my want for better for myself, my happiness, knowing that I have control of this. I can actually get what I want if I apply myself. And that's really it. If I apply myself, if I stay focused, if I eliminate all the extra baggage, trim off all the extra fat, you know, and just stay with my mind on the prize, before you know it, the end of this year is coming, you know, because when you're not focused on all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, you're just focusing on your goals and meeting those goals, then, you know, that time is going to fly. It just is, you know. And so what also helps is my daily schedule. For at least 3 days, I'm doing something. And what I'm doing is very productive. And it's allowing me to make a good income towards going to my goal. My bills are very cheap, very low. Something else that happened this week, found out that my health insurance had been canceled. Didn't know that. And at first I was trying to get it reestablished, and I was like, you know what? Because they were going to put me through this thing where I have to qualify for early enrollment. I already know how the song and dance goes. It's just another one of those things of being in America, having to deal with American issues and unnecessary, you know, problems. And that's what makes this country such a bozo country. It's just all the extra garbage and unnecessary BS that we have to go through. And which, again, is that motivation, knowing that other countries, they excel in those areas where America declines. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I don't get sick anyways. Really, only thing I wanted the insurance for was like two things. It was to get me some new reading glasses and for physical therapy. But then I was just like, okay, well, I can get some glasses. They'll cost me like around $400. Yeah, there's discounts I could have gotten. but I work. I'll take care of it the harder way. Like, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna go through this because I'm gonna have to wait till the end of the year anyways just to get, coverage that won't start until the beginning of next year. So is it really worth it to try to? No, it is not. And as far as physical therapy for my knee, I can just get on YouTube and find out, some basic exercises. I can go to the gym and do other stuff. So there are there's more than one way to skin a cat. It just really is. So, but yeah, so just knowing that, you know what, just hold on. You're going to go through a little bit of battle to reach what you want, to get what you want. And it's okay. Not everything is going to come, is not going to come to me as easy as maybe I want it. There's going to be little hurdles and stuff that I'll have to, overcome, and obstacles or whatever. But, it's no big deal. Some of the changes that I've made this week has been basically the way I have managed my money and the things that I have done to earn more money. Like I explained to you guys, plasma plates, stuff like that. And then the way I spend my money has also been a big deal. So buying things basically for the week. I don't have much space in, that I can store food anyways. So I have, I bought a thing of, like I said last week, I think, salad mix. Well, that salad mix can stretch for 4 or 5 days. And then if I want to add to that, maybe not always eat salad every day, well, then I can, I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do because I was doing microwavable burritos before then. I don't really want to do that again, but I'm going to add something else so I don't just eat all salads. I bought fruit, which also was helping out. And then I bought like cracker snacks, like cheese nips and things like that. And I got donuts and cold cereal. So I basically had everything except for my dinner expanded. But all of that really isn't that expensive. And so that's why I was saying at first, that I can use the money that I have, get from donating to buy groceries. Because at any given time when I donate, I'll get 47 or 55, and 55, for each day that I donate. So $47 can easily get me enough food for the week. Easily. So it really depends on what you get. So a salad mix is only like $5. You get the fixings for salad, you know what I'm saying? That's what, cucumbers and tomatoes, and I get salad dressing. Not much at all. That's very inexpensive. A box of Cheez-Its, they're like $3.77, so you're paying about $7 for that. Bread is inexpensive, like $3.50, $3.20. Lunch meat, a pound is like $7. So adding all that up, that's very, very doable. Milk, it's like $3, I think, somewhere around there. So I mean, now I'm not gonna do donuts this time because I don't like the way older donuts taste. And so $4 for 9 donuts. I can actually do better and cheaper by getting me 2 things of bananas, and those will be like about $2.50, under $3. Much better. And I use those. I'll eat like 2 bananas a day, and that's good for for my breakfast. I can get that and go. I don't have to sit down and eat that. Also can use that for my lunches. Eat a banana with cereal in the morning. Have a banana with my lunch. So these are things that I'm doing, y'all. You know what I'm saying? To help in my, in me, just saving money and, not having to spend so much and stuff like that. And it's lasting. It lasts and everything. Maybe one day I might, I still have stuff for spaghetti. That would be a very useful thing to do as well. I might tomorrow. We had a big storm. It's been storming like all night and all morning long. it's calmed down now, but we're still expecting to have more storms going on in the next few hours, or possibly even overnight, all tomorrow, or a lot of tomorrow. But my plan is I can go ahead and cook me a thing of spaghetti, and that will be for the week. And that can go for a lot of things. So actually spaghetti, and then I have for my dinners, I can also have my salad for my dinners. I keep my lunches pretty basic. Sandwiches, that's all I really need for my sandwich, or for my lunches for work and stuff like that. And I usually would get they have a special on Gatorade, like you get 4 of them. There's like $1 off or whatever, something like that. So it's like getting 4 for $3. So those are some of the changes that I've made this week with with my everyday schedule and planning and things like that. But yeah, so like I said, I'm just been in a good mood. I've been very motivated. I've been very focused, and these are things that I feel I need, to achieve my goals. And just like I said, not worrying about what other people think, what other people say, what kind of things are happening around me, keeping myself away from, questionable situations, not allowing negativity to seep in and to affect me, because I know something better. I know, I know better now. I know that there's going to be something that I'm working for and I'm working towards, and my time is limited here. So all the BS that I'm going through, I won't be going through for much longer. That's why be narrow, keep narrow vision, and just be motivated and stay motivated. Keep that positive thinking. And just stay, surrounded with encouraging information, content, whatever it is, be utilizing my Steam Deck, of course, to be, to keep my mind off of stuff would be very helpful. But yeah, so that's all my time I have for you guys today. How my videos are going to be done, they're kind of overlapping because I'm actually doing my videos one day, but I am uploading them to be seen the very next day. So there's going to be a little different way I'm doing my videos and stuff like that. So instead of doing my videos to be aired the same day, or to be viewed the same day that I'm making them, I'm trying to help my algorithm, my YouTube videos reach more viewers and the right viewers, and so I'm doing things a little different. I'm taking some advice. So my videos are going to be done, even though a video might show up on a Saturday, they're not going to be done on Saturday. So I will still have a video being shown on Saturdays, and so the only days that they won't be uploaded will be Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So only 2 days now, because today's being Thursday. Okay, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Those will be the 3 days that they won't be uploaded and stuff like that. So today's Thursday. So this video is gonna be seen tomorrow, Friday, and so on and so forth. So that's how the videos are gonna be done as of right now. If they change, which I'm sure they will change in the future, as soon as I get my other equipment, I will keep you guys informed. But anyways, y'all, if you guys like the video, enjoyed the content, like, comment, subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so that way you guys are aware and notified when my videos are uploading. And with that being said, y'all, I'm Real King, back at it again. Y'all have a good one. Take it easy.